If you had a crystal ball, what would you use it for? When I was about 5 years old, I remember coming home from school, getting off the bus in California, and going out to play for the rest of the afternoon. And sometimes I would cup my hands together and then kind of peek inside, and I imagined that in there I had basically a crystal ball where I could see anything I wanted to see in the world. So I remember peeking and imagining maybe what my best friend Mikey was up to and where he was at. And I probably tried to imagine the future and what would what was in store for me. And now that I'm standing here in that future, so many years later, I've had so many awesome experiences, and it would have been fun to see them living all over the world on 4 continents in a tropical island, meeting the most amazing people who so many I just love and adore and respect, teaching college for 15 years, search and rescue for 22 years. I just finished one of those a minute ago, in fact, saving lots of lives, adventures, uh, writing a dozen books, so many good things. Also, there are so many things I would like to have avoided, and that would have been nice to know about, and some opportunities that I missed, like Bitcoin a few years ago, right? That would have been convenient, because I feel like the world every second is packed with 100, maybe 1,000 different things you could do, you could choose, and I've even though I've done so many great things, I've still just used just a small fraction of those. And so, again, now that I'm standing here in that future, it would have, it would be interesting to use this crystal ball and to see into the future even more and see what's coming up, what's the next thing, warn me, show me opportunities, and just enjoy all those amazing things coming up in advance. But what I would really value so much more, and I think is much more practical, is I would rather have the ability to not just see the world of the future, but create the world of the future. And that's what I'm here to announce right now, in fact, is the newest course from the University of Life, How to Change the World. And on one hand, it's packed with information that I've researched and curated because I've been interested in this topic for decades, and I've been involved in tons of leadership in many different ways. And so it's a lot of good information, solid, tested, all that. But it also has almost an equal amount of brand new information, original stuff that I've come up with that I think is really effective. Things you're not going to hear anywhere else and you haven't heard anywhere else. And let me give you an example, just one of them. Here's something I wrote last week, and that is that if you want to change the world, it's a lot harder to change people's mind, which is really what you have to do. If you can change people's mind, if you can say, hey, look at this other way, why don't you choose this? Then that gets them to change the behaviors, and then you change all the outcomes. So you have to change people's minds. But it's a lot harder to change people's mind because they already have something in their head and they're thinking, and most people who aren't amazing learners resist new information, or at least conflicting information to what they've already got. And so what's easier with most people is instead to provide a new idea, and then it comes in and there's no resistance, there's nothing they have to change and conflict with. And so that is one of the many insights you'll get in this course. So stay tuned, because if you're watching this, I know you're the kind of person who wants to change the world. And if you are, you probably have some pretty good ideas. So I want you on board. So subscribe, etc. Follow the links in the description, and we'll do it. We'll do it independently, together, whatever. We'll change the world and make the one we want, so that when we get there to that future, we are excited about how far we've come. Thanks for watching.